Hi, this is Jeff Bilwak. I'm the acquisitions professor. How many people do you think have a dream of owning their own business? Millions? Multi-millions? Tens of millions? Lots of people daydream about owning their own business. How simple. I'm just going to be the boss. I'm going to own the company. I'm going to grow it. I'll be the next Bill Gates. I'll be the next Mark Zuckerberg. Lots of people have the dream. But how many people do you think are really going to pursue that dream? Very small percentage. See, when we work with entrepreneurs that want to buy a business, before they can even sign up for our program, we do a deep dive with them into their dreams. And a lot of times, you know what? All it is a daydream. Oh my God, wouldn't it be great if? That's not going to get you anywhere, right? A dream like that, the first time you hit any adversity at all, you're out of there. You're gone. Quick story about one of my daughters. At age 11, she was chosen to be part of the New York City Rockettes Christmas program. No, she was not going to be a Rockette at age 11, but she was chosen as one of four girls in Atlanta to be part of their program. And I pulled the director aside, who chose Sarah over 95 other girls, and said, "Why? What do you see? What do you see? This girl's got a dream. You're a professional. What do you see?" And he said, "I see somebody that if she puts her mind and her soul into it, she's got a shot." Now, what are the chances? How many 11-year-olds do you think are doing ballet right now? 10 million, 20 million? How many are ultimately going to get on the stage at Lincoln Center? Very, 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 very few. But after talking to the director, I talked to Sarah. I said, "Sarah, do you think you want to do this professionally?" And she said, "Yeah, Dad." And then we had a great conversation about how God has gifted her to get to a certain point, but that wasn't nearly enough. If she wanted to be a professional, she needed to have the heart of a professional. She needed to have the soul of a professional. She needed to be able to walk through brick walls to get to where she was going. Was she willing to do that? Yeah, Dad, willing to do that. 5 years later, at the age of 16, she went to New York. 2 years later, a professional contract. She danced for the New York City Ballet for a dozen years. You think that was enough? You think that was a daydream? No, that's a driven dream. And if you're going to buy a business, you need to have a driven dream. See, giving up is easy. Any idiot can start something and give up. Oh, I looked at my first 10 companies and I didn't find something I like. Oh, I think I want to go home. Oh, you didn't send me an email when I thought you were supposed to send me an email. Oh, I think I want to go home. People have excuses, excuses, excuses. And when they have an excuse, they look at somebody else and say, "You know what? Your fault." Not their fault. Not their fault. You may know that I bought a book distribution company, 30 million in revenue. You know when I bought that? June 2020. What was happening in June of 2020? You raise your hands and COVID, right? See, we were supposed to close that deal in March of 2020. And the first financing group that we had ready to go, signed all the papers, backed out a week before closing. So I got back on the phone, called another group, had already indicated interest. We had 6 term sheets. And I said, Louis, you want to do this deal? He said, yeah. Pissed off because I didn't call him the first time, but hey, second time around. We got to the closing table. And the place where they got their money said, no, we're not going to finance another deal on receivables unless they have insurance on the receivables, which in April of 2020 was impossible. So they had to back out. We had to go back a third time, do full due diligence with another lender, and finally closed it. Now, let me ask you something. How many excuses did I have to get out of that deal? How many excuses did the seller have to get out of that deal? We had excuses all over the place. My God, that's COVID. My God, the first guy couldn't get the deal done. My God, the second guy couldn't get the deal done. How are we going to find a third guy that can get the deal done? It takes tenacity. It takes, I will not give up. I have a dream. I'm going to buy this business, and nothing is going to get in the way. If you have that kind of dream, I want to talk to you. If you have a daydream, good luck. All right. When you're going for it, go for it. There are no excuses. You go for it until you get the deal done. My name is Jeff Vilwalk, Jeff at jeffvilwalk.com. Let's talk.